Long since erased from the records of time, there once existed two European clans who served as overseers of history for the powers that be. The Umbra Witches, dwellers of the darkness, and the Lumen Sages, controllers of light. The witches served the demons, and the sages served the angels. Still, the clans respected each other and worked to ensure that the balance between them withstood the passage of time.
One day, that balance was toppled, resulting in an era of strife.
It began when a Lumen Sage and an Umbra Witch violated the decrees that bound them and produced a child.
In a secret place.
500 years later, the witch who hunts angels has returned.
Folks, welcome to Draw a Game. What if anime was for gamers? I'm trying something new. How you doing? I'm your host, Alex Fraioli. Joining me, as always, Bayonetta's signature smell, Fleur de Ray Barnholt.
Oh, hi, Alex. Yes, I'm feeling very flowery today.
You're looking fresh and proper.
We're talking about Bayonetta today. We'll get to it in a little bit, but we are recording this the day after Christmas, at least on my time zone.
Well, here it is the 27th, which we call Super Boxing Day.
Well, either way, it's still in the dead of winter. I can't think of a better way to celebrate the birth of Christ than a sexy witch that blows up angels.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, boy, this is... Yeah, I've got a lot to say about this, but first of all, I believe, Ray, we have an update from last episode.
Yes, we have a draw game bulletin. No, I wanted to follow up on last episode, Ys, because we watched Ys, and there were not a lot of episodes in total. So I finished watching Ys, and not that my opinion changed much or anything. It's still good. It's a decent show. Go ahead and watch it. But I noticed that, you know, in the latter half of those episodes, not only did they change animation studios, but the dubbers changed their pronunciation. So, you know, we were having a good laugh about the pronunciation of the hero's name, Adel. It's supposed to be Adel Kristen.
Yeah.
Everybody switched over in the last half of the episodes to Adul. They started calling him Adul.
So wait, as in putting the adult in adult education?
Yes, precisely.
All right. Great.
So I was just like, I can't believe it. We missed out. If only we had watched at least one more episode, we could have got one more pronunciation. Yeah. And I'm just saying this right now off the top of my head because I don't remember exactly what happened. But they did call the villain originally Dark Factor. Is that right?
Yes.
Well, they changed it back to Dark Fact. So
what? Wait a minute.
Yes.
What? That's like an Empire if they just suddenly start calling him Darth Booter.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck?
And
all
it's
right,
just it's extra funny when you know that they released this as like one set in America with like all the episodes, I believe.
Yeah.
I think so. And so it's all the same cast. It's just that they were redirected to repronounce things differently.
Boy.
That is just the kind of fun that we experience here on the show.
Yeah, the adult thing, I was going to say, boy, that sounds like the voice crew, they recorded the first half and then took a month off and then came back for the second half and then forgot the pronunciation. But the factor thing is like, no, that was deliberate.
Well, hey, that's not a bad theory, though. Maybe that did happen in reality. They did.
I don't know. There was some controversy with FF14 lately because the voice actor behind fan favorite character Grahatia is voiced by Jonathan Bailey, who I believe was just elected the sexiest man alive. I didn't vote for him, but good on him.
Oh, okay.
But he's also he's a stage guy. He's a TV guy. He does everything.
Fun. Yeah.
And yeah, he recorded his most recent lines, and he's done this in the past for 14. Just not in great shape, but it's not his fault. He was maybe spread himself a little too thin. And in the latest patch, he started speaking, and I was just like, "Nuh-uh, John, that's not you, man. What's going on?" I thought they got somebody else to cover for him while he was recovering or something, but I think it was him. I think he's just strained his voice a little bit.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I imagine it would happen a lot if you're a theater guy.
Yeah, and especially like if you're a professional VO person, that there's the risk of that if you record a whole bunch of stuff way too close together, which I feel is why.
Yeah,
maybe they give you a nice break after you record 4 episodes of East. I don't know.
I suppose so. Yeah,
we wish him well, as we do all Cat Boys.
I guess it's only reasonable to think that, but yeah, just funny that they switched it up again in the middle of the show. It. Great, but yeah, East is good. Like I said, we liked it enough.
I thought it was fun.
We will be doing East 2 in the near future, just so you know. So we're coming back.
Yes.
Don't worry. We're kind of doing, I think the next few months, and then, the first half of the year of our episodes are just going to be sequels.
Yeah.
Or at least things with 2 in the name. Hint, hint. All right. Well,
that's right. Jungle 2 Jungle we're doing for some reason.
Let's jump into our feature presentation today. We are talking about Bayonetta Bloody Fate.
Yay!
The anime based on the game. The game Bayonetta. No colons, no bloody fates, just Bayonetta. It was released in the fall of 2009 originally on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, brought to us by Sega and then kind of by Nintendo with Sega's blessing, because now Bayonetta is kind of a Nintendo character, because they only come out on Nintendo consoles.
Oh, that's right. She was in the Smash Brothers too, yeah.
Yes, of course. I will never forget Nintendo's, I think, social media or Twitter or something, having to dance around the fact that Bayonetta is kind of this sex pot character, and all they could do was describe her as sassy. As soon as she was announced for Smash Brothers, like all they could do was like, because Smash Brothers, again, an all ages game, here comes Bayonetta strutting in.
Oh no!
And I'm sure the NOA social media team was just like, I guess she's sassy.
She's
Look out
sassy.
for this
She's
sassy witch.
Promiscuous? No. Vivacious?
Yeah.
That's funny. I mean, that the Smash Brothers appearance, though, I'm not a big Smash fan. It did gift us one of the greatest things, which was people photoshopping Bayonetta's legs on characters like Toad, which always looks great because she's got fucking monster legs.
Yes, indeed. But yes, Bayonetta was one of the first games, but really like the first real breakout game by Platinum Games, the developer, which was a studio started around the same time by former Capcom staffers, the ones who had previously been under a team that called themselves Clover. So it was a lot of the key people behind Okami.
Oh, yeah. That reminds me. Are we watching the Okami anime at some point?
There's an Okami anime?
That was a test, and you passed.
Okay. Yeah, Capcom guys, and Bayonetta was basically, the team was led by Hideki Kamiya, who made a name for himself at Capcom by directing Resident Evil 2 and later Devil May Cry. And Bayonetta is basically a retake of Devil May Cry, just, with independent, just more independent, a more independent DMC.
A sassy character, yeah.
Now, it is very similar, but I think Bayonetta went for many more bombastic sorts of audiovisual enjoyment, lots of more bombastic set pieces and such. In fact, I have an example for you, just to give you all a taste. Here is 10 seconds of the first opening level of Devil May Cry. That's how Devil May Cry starts. Here's how Bayonetta starts.
Humans began to condemn the name Umbra. They launched the witch hunts, rounding up the battle-weary witches with little resistance and subjugating those who wished to continue the struggle.
So, they learned some things. They had a much more involved game going on there. So instead of a half-demon guy like Dante in Devil May Cry, Bayonetta is a witch from the old Umbra clan. She awoke after being sealed for 500 years, but she's forgotten her real name, and all she knows is that she is a witch who has to kill angels. And angels in this game are like guys who look like weirdo demon monster warriors. basically. So there's a lot of violent killing of these angels. She's often carrying 2 magic guns, along with 2 more attached to her feet. And she does basically the same kinds of moves that Dante does in Devil May Cry, including shooting in midair, which slows her fall for some reason. It's all part of the coolness factor of those games, right?
I guess. Wait, can I ask you a quick question here?
Yeah, go ahead.
How do you hold fucking pistols in your feet?
It's a question that's dogged us for centuries. I hoped this anime would have given us some answers to that. We didn't get them, really, did we?
Well, okay, no, you know what? Hang on, let me say this. Well, I did get my answer, and that is they just kind of lock into place, but that only covers the first half of it. Yeah, that's how you hold them. How are they then fired is, I guess, the core of the question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, we didn't really get the full story on that, did we?
All right.
Yeah. But that is the nutshelliest nutshell of Bayonetta the game. There were 2 numbered sequels, again, Nintendo exclusives, and then like a spin-off that came out recently called Bayonetta Origins, where you play as child Bayonetta in a game that looks very good, but I'm just like, okay. Doesn't have much to do with the actual main series.
Oh, that was actually that was directed by our pal Abibi Tanari, who visited the bar Critical Hit back when it existed.
Oh, that's right. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I have to be nice. No, I'm kidding. Listen, Alex, I usually, I do ask you, do you have any familiarity with Bayonetta before this?
I do, yes. No, here's the thing. I missed it when it came out on PS3 and 360. However, I did pick up Bayonetta 2 when it came out on the Wii U, which included Bayonetta 1. I didn't even get to Bayonetta 2, though. I played about 30 to 60 minutes of Bayonetta 1. And this was right when the bar opened. And I either got busy with the bar, or it's also likely this was around the time my eyesight started getting bad. And it started getting tough for me to play frenetic 3D action games. And I think I put it to the side and I just never went back to it.
All right. That kind of is a similar story with me. I have probably even less familiarity with Bayonetta. I was never that big on Devil May Cry to begin with.
Yeah.
I kind of fell off the first game. It didn't really strike me as I thought it was going to, because, man, people were hot on that game when it came out. And how cool it all looks.
I love the first DMC. I got real into it. And then 2 came out, and like a lot of people, I kind of fell off because 2 wasn't great.
Yeah.
3 was better, but by that time I was off it. I was just like, I wasn't enthused with number 2, so I guess I'm out.
Yeah.
I've watched folks play Devil May Cry 3 and 5 at the bar. They do look really fun.
Right. Okay. And so I don't have a lot of familiarity with Bayonetta, and so like this that latest Origins game, I think it is kind of for people who kind of know what's going on in the world of that anyway. But it does look very nice, and it is kind of, I think, a more all ages sort of game, more puzzly and action stuff. Because again, you're playing as the child Bayonetta in the game, and there's a different story to be had. And but yeah, that's right. I forgot you're associated with the person who directed it. Is that right, director?
That's right. Yes. I think we're also going to see some of that same character in this movie. Little baby Cereza.
Yes, indeed. The anime, once again, Bayonetta Bloody Fate. It's a movie, feature length. It was released in November 2013 in Japanese theaters. Now, wait just a minute. What does that really mean? Well,
this had a theatrical release?
Yes, but you know what? I run into this a lot. There's always some anime thing or movie thing based on a video game that comes out, and they say it's got a road show going on. It's in theaters, but I always side eye that a bit, because it's like it's some Persona movie or something, released back in the day when Persona was not that popular. It'd be something like that, and you think, well, why is it really opening nationally? That sort of thing. Well, I went to the official website for Bayonetta Bloody Fate, which is still up, and they list it was only ever at 10 theaters in the entire country of Japan.
Okay.
And then they put it on home video 2 months later.
All right.
So it's more like a promotional stunt to have it in a theater, right? Because it's not like every anime movie ends up in the theaters. It's only usually the super popular established things, things that are already going gung-ho already, like your Dragon Ball, right? More recently, like Demon Slayer, that sort of stuff, or the yearly Doraemon or Crayon Shin-chan movies for the kids.
Right.
That's
Sure.
what's really widespread anime movies. And of course, Ghibli. How could I forget?
The Gibbles. Do we still call them the Gibbles?
I believe so.
All right.
And sorry. Hayao Gibbles. That's the guy who runs that whole thing. So to call it a movie released in theaters is really kind of not telling the full story. But nevertheless, it is, again, a feature-length movie that I had to put Alex through.
Oh, boy.
It was produced by the studio Gonzo. Gonzo was founded in 2000. I didn't know this. They really are a 21st century anime studio.
Wow. Sorry, are they named for the Muppet or the journalism?
I'm going to just say the porno.
Awesome. Okay.
Because like a lot of 21st century anime, as we rolled into the 21st century, there was a lot of horny things coming out, more than usual.
It was rampant. They should have called it hornography because it's so horny.
And so they made a lot of things along those lines. I remember a show called Burst Angel or Bakuretsu Tenshi. Kind of horny. I remember that from back then.
Great.
But they've also worked on stuff like Full Metal Panic, not Alchemist, but Panic, and especially Afro Samurai, which I know was popular over here, probably by design. And they have done some video game stuff as well. They did Final Fantasy Unlimited, The Tower of Draga, Phantasy Star Online 2, among many things. These are all things on the draw game radar. We may, in fact, cover these eventually.
Did they also do that X-Men anime? Because that kind of had the same gross look to it. Or maybe that was just the style at the time.
You mean the 90s one or a newer one?
No, there was a Japanese X-Men anime in the 2000s. I don't remember who produced it, though.
I don't know. I didn't see them listed on an X-Men thing. I saw the director listed on an X-Men thing.
Okay. It might have just been the style.
The director of Bayonetta Bloody Fate was Fuminori Kizaki, who has rarely been an overall director in his career, mostly been a key animator. Well, since you asked this question, Alex, one of his more recent jobs was doing storyboards on Suicide Squad Isekai.
Oh. I was about to say cool until you said isekai.
Uh-huh. Go ahead and look that up. It's about the Suicide Squad going to a fantasy land.
Is it cool if I don't do that?
Well, you've had enough pain. Maybe not. So,
thank you.
But he is the director of Bayonetta Bloody Fate. And yeah, we are watching the Funimation dub, good old Funimation, I guess, who is now just Crunchyroll, I suppose. I guess because they bought them or whatever. Sony bought them and they just folded them into Crunchyroll, I guess.
Oh, that's fun.
This dub has many of the video game's voice cast returning. And on that note, the world of voice acting is very diverse. And these days, it's allowed a bunch of different people to have opportunities to contribute to anime, video games, movies, and so on. You agree with me, right, Alex?
Yes.
But I would say now with the advent of social media, voice actors can reach a celebrity status that they never did before, which is, sounds good. But on the flip side of all that, they do a lot of sharing and a lot of people end up exposing more of themselves than they probably should have or being exposed for things they probably shouldn't have done. And that's why for this episode, we have a new segment. Our first and sadly, probably not last, Draw Game Slime Ball Alert.
Okay.
Yes, it's the Draw Game Slime Ball Alert. Helena Taylor reprises her role as Bayonetta in this anime and went on to do the same in the Bayonetta 2 game. However, for Bayonetta 3, she was recast. And in 2022, she posted a series of videos on Twitter saying, more like implying, she was only offered $4,000 or so to do the role again for that game, Bayonetta 3, and was putting Platinum Games on blast for that and effectively breaking her NDA, and included in all that also urged people to boycott Bayonetta 3 in her honor, and so on and so forth. Now, initially, people were ready to rally behind her and demand to know what was up, because this was an issue of fair payment, and things like the unionization of voice actors was gaining steam at this time. It still is, of course, and it's a big deal in video games especially. But in later reports that was going on through the week, though, there were sources saying that she wasn't actually being honest about the money, that they were offering her multiple sessions that would have totaled about $15,000, and that would have been more than on the second game. But then she was also saying stuff like she countered with, they said that she countered with wanting 6 figures for this job. Now, what apparently happened, based on all the information that came out, was that she was offered $15,000 or more, but turned it down. And then they went, okay, well, we can offer you a cameo role for like $4,000. And maybe that's where she got her $4,000 from. Nevertheless, she stuck by her story online and was also asking people in the middle of this boycott to donate to charities instead of buying Bayonetta 3. And one of those charities was Billboards for Life, number 4 Life, which makes and buys space for pro-life billboards, which here in America you might see every so often. Great. Then people went back through her tweets and follows and likes and found some TERF stuff. Trans-exclusionary, radical feminism, which seems to be the hobby of many middle-aged British women these days.
Yeah, it's a big thing, yeah.
Then there were some other weird waffly kind of tweets that were all about, decrying the division in the world and how we should support those on the side of angels and support females, which people read as more TERF-coded shit. So yeah, that was going. And to go back to the reports of questioning her claims and stuff, one of my favorite parts of this whole thing, as it was boiling over, was that she ended up giving a comment to the news site Video Games Chronicle, and they put in their article about all this, they included her comment that she just wanted to put this all in the rear view mirror and leave the franchise behind. And I was like, you started this, you dumb cow. What are you doing? But yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
I was just like, what the fuck?
You
drove this all up for 3 weeks straight. You crazy. Anyway.
Another fun thing I gleaned from one of the articles covering this was she's also viciously anti-union, that's also a bizarre stance to take as a voice actor in an industry that is routinely preying upon voice actors.
Yeah, well, it starts to all paint a nice, easy picture, doesn't it? So people are having a waffling discourse about this in the middle of all this, because it becomes the sort of balancing act of saying, yeah, people should get paid fairly, and also don't be a slimeball. But really, I think it can be both. I mean, hey, if you want to hire a slimeball, you might as well pay them fairly, because then it's one less thing they and their fan base can go after you for. So whatever.
Sure.
Might as well. But this obviously did not do great for her name. And I kind of get the impression that she did all of that without thinking it all the way through, and just ended up torching her career. None of what she did really says talked to a lawyer first. I think she just thought social media would save her, much in the same way that you would tweet Xfinity support when you can't get someone to come to the house. I mean, but I think also, if you're stupid enough to care about the lives of someone outside your norm, then chances are, you don't know much about operating in the rest of life, outside that. So I think, if she's dumb enough to have this sorts of, let's just say, right-leaning views, caring about other people's lives in such a way, I don't think you'd really have a good amount of real life experience to begin with.
No, yeah.
So I think that's how she just ended up thinking, I'll just post these videos complaining about
Yeah.
not getting paid, and I'll eventually just get the whole fan base rallying behind me. Let's not clean up all the shit I did beforehand. Let's leave my paper trail.
Yeah.
That should be great.
Good stuff.
So
great job.
Yeah, that's our draw game slime baller. I do this because, of course, we do have to cover the show, and maybe we'll have some clips with her in it. I kept it minimal, but nevertheless, she is Bayonetta for these first couple of productions. So anyway, I do have a palate cleanser though. On the Japanese side, this anime was the first Bayonetta thing with Japanese voices because the first game was only English only. Let me just read this bit from the Bayonetta fan wiki, which has an entry about this. It says, Bloody Fate is the first Bayonetta product to have the characters, don't say product, to have the characters voiced by a Japanese cast after the original game was exclusively English only. Due to the positive reception of the anime, citation needed, the cast of Bloody Fate returned to voice the characters in Bayonetta 2, all ports of Bayonetta 1 after the Wii U version, and Bayonetta 3. So they are now the Japanese cast of Bayonetta after this thing came out. So
cool
good for them. Yeah. Bayonetta did have a Japanese voice presence now after this.
Yes. That was a nice payday for any one of the Japanese actors who do that sexy Ojo-sama delivery, because I have to assume that's Bayonetta's voice in Japanese.
Yeah. That's quite an audition. That's a competitive audition, I would say.
Yeah.
All right. So now we can roll into the film, Les Film.
Yay, Bayonetta. Let's talk about this film. Ray, hang on. I want to say this right up top. Our relationship has weathered a lot, and we've always made it through. I think this is where the first crack has started to appear. The fact that you made me watch this. Because this is...
But Alex...
What?
I thought you liked Bayonetta. You love girls in glasses.
I do. I from the neck up, I do find her very attractive. But
it wasn't enough for this.
I don't know how to describe this anime style, but everyone is very lithe and angular and hypersexualized, and it's almost boring to have everyone be so kind of a grotesque attractiveness.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah,
like there are multiple scenes that feel like I had to double check my setup when I was watching. There are multiple scenes that feel like they're in the wrong aspect ratio because Bayonetta has fucking Reed Richards limbs.
Yeah, there are some weird angles, and they use them a lot. Sort of ones that sort of make Bayonetta look like a giantess. And I'm like, what's the message being sent here?
What's going on here?
I mean, she's already supposed to be tall. She's super leggy or whatever, but
yeah.
But then these low shots.
Yeah, and I, as an FF14 player, I get enough of the giantess worship anytime I go into a raid and there's a female boss and half of the alliance is shouting, "Oh, step on me, mommy!"
Oh, you're right.
Which happens more than you would think.
Well, good endorsement for FF14.
I'm always here to help. All right, let's talk about this film. Film is in quotes. This opens with one of my pet peeves in all media, which is a droning voice giving backstory for over 2 minutes.
It's about 2.5 minutes of lore just dumped right up front, and like nothing breaking it up, unlike the video game, which again, the video game has like a cold open before the title screen, and it's pretty short. It's like some quick flashbacks of things going on that are referenced in this lore dump here. But then, you jump into the game, you get into the first level, and then, like I showed in that clip, or like I had you hear in that clip, like there's the droning guy going on as you are fighting. Here you have to sit through this.
Yeah, that was one of my major takeaways from this, is that I think as a video game, it works so much better because at least while all the boring story is happening, you can kill things or there are other things to do. But here it's just like, no, you are held captive. You got to listen to this lore. And I hate just having lore explained to me very directly by a narrator. There's nothing more boring to me in any media.
Yeah. It's not a great start. I can just imagine, I'm just sitting here in this theater in Ikebukuro, just like, let me out. I just got here.
Yeah.
I paid. Can I get my money back already?
It also doesn't help that I mentioned this, I think, before we started recording. This is about double the length of those delicious bite-sized SNK movies we watched. It's 90 minutes, and it didn't need to be 90 minutes.
Feature length. Sorry.
Yeah, feature length. We open with backstory about witches and sages, and the actual movie then opens on a car pulling up to a cathedral. The driver...
One clip. After 2.5 minutes, or like at least 1 minute, the guy goes...
And the man was banished, but that was only the beginning.
And I'm just like,
oh. Really? That's the beginning of your story?
Yeah, we get the whole spiel about the Umbran witches versus the Lumen sages, and how each clan possessed an eye, and that governed the power of creation, and there's a treasured left eye, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, and how they are trying to reincarnate.
Okay, I'm glad we both put that in our notes.
They're trying to reincarnate or revive some god figure named Jubileus. And yeah.
I mean, I can put up with a lot of fantasy shit. I mean, look at me. I'm I love Dragon Quest. I love traditional Final Fantasy. Yeah. I can put up with a lot, but I do have a breaking point, and backstory, like excessive backstory, is one of those. Another one is like one of the reasons it was hard for me to get into Metaphor ReFantazio is because one of my anime / anime RPG pet peeves is we've invented like 5 races, and here's all of the traits that they all have, and here's why they don't get along, and I don't care. Can I talk to the character, or could you let me find those out slowly over the course of the game? Maybe that would be fun.
That's still like every second Square Enix game that came out. They had like, remember Diofield Chronicle, which was also another thing about like warring factions and nations. And then there was Triangle Strategy, which is the same exact thing. Yeah, it made me think of that.
Yeah, those are both on my Steam wish list, by the way. Those have been recommended to me by people that I trust, and
they're decent to play.
Yeah, I do want to play them for the battles. I'm going to look. I'm not going to lie. Dungeon Encounters has changed my life. I'm no longer demanding a cohesive story when I play a game. I'm just happy to run around and deal with numbers. That's fine.
Or graphics, for that matter.
Or graphics. I love running across squares that then turn into filled-in squares.
Yeah.
All right, free plug for Dungeon Encounters.
Yeah, and so anyway, yes, like I mentioned before, there was a forbidden child between the two people from these two factions had a child. It's Bayonetta. She was sealed away for 500 years, and now she's returned. So the actual movie opens on a car pulling up to a cathedral. The driver glances over at a notebook, a camera, and an Italian newspaper in his passenger seat, with the only visible cognate in the headline being suicidio. Well, hey, Italian. Now we know this is fancy.
That's right. And I have to admit, when I read it, I read it out loud, and I couldn't help myself from going, suicidio! Swing your arms from side to side.
Oh, boy.
It flowed kind of naturally. So this guy sneaks into the cathedral and starts taking photos when Bayonetta walks in a white robe, like a nun's outfit, says a little prayer, and then starts killing angels hand to hand.
First, she starts the organ.
Somehow, yeah.
She starts up the organ, lets the sun in or whatever, and then jumps through her purple pentagram to fight some monsters in midair, as she is wont to do.
But then we see that it was Rodin playing the organ. Was he just in ghost mode? I don't understand it. But the organ was playing itself at first.
Yeah, right.
Here's her prayer when she enters.
I am the way into the city of woe. I am the way to a forsaken people. I am the way into eternal sorrow. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
She says that before you enter the theater, too.
That's true, yeah. You can collect your hope by the exit.
Yeah.
So the guy who snuck in, he smells her perfume, which we find out is Fleur de Cire. He then shouts, "I'll expose you for what you really are." This is when we get the Rodin reveal. We see him playing the organ.
Right. Rodin is one of, let's just say, Bayonetta's friends. He is the the big guy who makes weapons for her. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he does a lot of stuff. Yeah. he found her, I guess. It's kind of glossed over that he was just hanging out by a lake one day, I guess, and found Bayonetta.
He gave her the name Bayonetta because he's into guns, you see.
Yes. So we get our introduction here to Bayonetta's guns. Rodan gives her the guns. She destroys the remaining angels. We've got some dialogue from him right here.
You gave a wonderful performance, Rodan.
Anytime, Bayonetta.
By the way, is the new knight you promised me ready?
Yeah. Like it or not, it's ready when you are.
If she's ready, why would she not like it?
Yeah. Yeah.
What does that mean? Please explain that line to me.
I don't know.
Just take a shot. Take your best shot at explaining that.
Well,
like it or not, it's ready when you are.
Right. So
what does that mean?
Whether you are into having a present or not, your present is coming to the doorstep. So you'd better open the door and pick it up and put it under the tree.
Is that okay? But I have to assume she wanted the guns.
This is kind of the beginning of like the incredibly layered on thick sarcasm and sardonic attitude of pretty much every character in this fucking thing, including Bayonetta at the top. Yeah, it's just like everybody's trying to weave some sort of line that is smarmy or in some way.
Yeah, everybody has to be very quippy. It's
yeah,
it's not my favorite kind of thing.
No, I got more to say on that. So he gives her new guns called the Elfin Knights because she says knight.
Yeah.
As she receives her new guns, there's like this weird zooming in on her face. And I noticed as they reach her mouth, it looks like she has classic Donkey Kong teeth for like a couple of frames. She has like a couple of cross marks in her teeth to denote the fact that these are teeth. Like,
oh, I love it.
Looks like old Donkey Kong.
That's great. Oh, Donkanetta.
Yes.
You know, growing up watching those commercials, we always thought Donkanetta was this fancy dessert. Turns out you can just buy it at the supermarket.
And who would know they would soon meet in Smash Brothers?
Oh, fun.
I do want to mention the guy taking photos is Luca, who is from the game, of course. He's supposed to be a journalist.
Yes.
And then she starts using her guns to create more mayhem. And Luca has a question for us.
What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. He's just watching this all transpire, not really knowing what's going on.
No, but it does tell the audience that this is an adult anime because he's using fuck words.
Yes.
Which means anime is mature, actually, Mom.
I thought for a while Bayonetta in the game did say fuck or something, but I think she actually says flock off to like
Flock.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Oh, as you're like doing combos and stuff, I thought one of her finishing things she said was fuck off, but maybe it's just flock off. I don't know. Because I haven't played it all the way through. But I don't think she actually says fuck in the game. That's what I'm going to say.
Neither have I. I don't know. I want to be clear. Like, fuck has a place in anime and video games for sure. It feels weird when it's in a thing that's already kind of trying to be
edgy.
Kind of edgy, quippy, sassy. Yeah. But they also say fuck. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, hey, come on. So journalist Luca is freaking out at all this carnage. He flees out the building, but Bayonetta jumps out the window and lands on his poor car. I have a clip of that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Poor guy.
Oh, no. It is a Sega game, not a Capcom game. I told you.
That's right. Sorry. A woman on a motorcycle watches from a distance. We cut back to Bayonetta. Bayonetta, look, I don't think I got far in the game to understand why she shouts avocado and then a hair monster appears. She shouts avocado and her hair turns into a giant hair monster and eats a giant angel that has emerged from the sky. Oh, yeah, wait, back that up real quick. Oh, yeah, this guy's got some just awful anime dialogue.
I must become the cornerstone of the left eye. Relinquish all your powers of darkness to me.
What are you talking about?
They all talk like that too. Yeah.
And the dialogue's bad enough. It's also kind of insulting when, this is not just an anime problem, but when the 2 minutes of exposition up top tell you that Bayonetta is this forbidden child.
Yeah.
And then we have to then sit through the first half of the film where she's like, what are you talking about?
Yep.
What do you mean special? But shut the fuck. We know. We know already. This would have been slightly interesting if they just didn't tell us all of this shit up top. Bayonetta's special, and that's why they're trying to get her. All right.
Imagine that. Yep, exactly.
After the battle, Bayonetta and Rodan meet up, and Rodan heads off to open his bar, much like I used to have to do.
He says, how do you like the gun? And then she goes, it's a cheap toy, but it'll do. And I'm like, lady, why are you shitting on everything? This is their entire attitude. It's not really attractive. You know what I mean? It's not a very attractive personality.
Yeah, it's a little entitled. He just gave you 4 free guns. In order to get 4 free guns in America, you'd have to open a bank account.
Sure, you may look gorgeous or whatever, but
Thank
you are
you.
just shitting on everybody at every moment.
Oh.
This is not an appealing way to live your life.
It's not a good way to be. I don't advise it.
No. And this is like everything she says in this thing.
That's her personality. And again, personality is in quotes.
I'm not amused. Okay. Anyway, yeah, she walks up to Luca, who's all scared.
Yeah, she drops in on Luca. She destroys his camera, and he says, knock it off. I won't forgive you for what happened 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Flashback to 20 years ago when Bayonetta supposedly killed Luca's dad, who was apparently working as a frogman for a Johnny Quest villain. I don't know.
It's just
Here's
a guy.
Father. Now I'm the journalist.
That's what happens when your dad's a journalist and he dies. That mantle falls to you.
That was great. That's my favorite line.
And that includes all active deadlines. Like that child Luca had to write 7 articles by the end of the week. It's a wild profession.
The onus falls upon you, child.
Yeah.
Back up one bit.
Okay.
After she first talks to Luca, she has like a lollipop, right? Her witch lollipop. And then she acts like an asshole again and blah, blah, blah. She finishes the lollipop, but not really. She puts the lollipop back in her cleavage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, isn't that messy?
And
who would want that feeling?
Yeah. A, it's messy. And B, like 1 or 2 scenes later, we find out she's already keeping other stuff there.
Well,
like it's some kind of pocket dimension, I guess. Is it a witch thing?
Maybe. I was thinking it's a witch lollipop that maybe turns dry immediately or something.
I don't know.
It just dries up and then you can, enjoy it infinitely.
I guess. Wonka Tech.
Infinite licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop. You'll never get to the Tootsie Roll.
No.
Bayonetta's insane.
I know. Man, okay, I didn't label this well enough. The next clip, all I wrote was anime nonsense.
Even when I can't see you, I know where you are by your scent. Fleur de Ciré, with its subtle hints of rosemary.
Ooh la la.
In the language of the flowers, rosemary is supposed to equate to remembrance. But that doesn't quite equate to you now, does it?
Okay, right. Yeah, that's just Luca laying out. I could smell you because you're perfume. And here's the history of the perfume and why it's significant and why I will always remember that it belongs to... All right. We get it.
And then the lady on the bike observing things. This is Jean, by the way, who is also a key Bayonetta character. She says something like, the reawakening will come soon.
Yes.
And then cue title. And that was our opening.
Yeah. Yeah, then we get the title drop. Bayonetta, Bloody Fate. 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
After our title drop, we fade in. Daytime, a shimmering, diaphanous Bayonetta strolls through an alley and pets a cat. We cut to Rodan's bar. I believe that's where she was going, where Bayonetta is watching ENN, Exposition News Network, as a newscaster talks about the upcoming resurrection of God that positively everyone's looking forward to.
Yeah.
As well as some related news about the suicidios.
Yeah. This is about the believers of Ragna. I guess is the cult religion people, or the...
Okay.
I'm just going to say Catholics, because this is Italy, and I think this is definitely an allegory for the Vatican going on here.
Yeah, I think we can just call them Catholics.
Yeah.
So wait, Ragna is the name of the religion?
That's what I picked up. What did you think?
I don't know. I'm very bad at dealing with the sheer volume of proper nouns that games and anime just make up to throw at you.
Hey, me too.
I don't know what the fuck I still don't know what Ragna is.
I'm trying to do my best. That's why I'm trying to do my best on this show. That's why I try and keep track of things. It doesn't always work, but hey.
The only reason I can understand anything happening in FF14 is because I've been playing it for like 12 years. Like, you need that time.
Right. You need those 10,000 hours in.
You really do. You got to put in your steps.
I need my 10,000 hours in Bayonetta.
Oh, God. We also get our introduction to Enzo, a.k.a. Faux Pesci.
Hey, since I've been making money, I'm one of the good guys now. Without good-hearted souls like me to put these bastards 6 feet under, where'd society be? Tell me, when you think about it, I'm providing a vital service to the community.
Yes.
Great.
And then they also talk about, or he talks with Rodan about Bayonetta or whatever.
20 years ago, she woke up stuck in a casket at the bottom of a lake. But she's still one big mystery. The only thing she remembers is that she's a witch. I mean, killing angels and offering them up to demons is great and all, but as long as she's working her ass off, she might as well make some money.
If I needed a biographer, you wouldn't be my first choice.
Lady, shut up. Anyway.
A long, long time ago, the Earth was ruled by dinosaurs.
It's like she only speaks in quips, and they all suck.
Yeah, that's...
They are all shitty quips, nevertheless.
What a bold way to write a character.
Yeah.
Poorly. So Enzo then joins forces with the news broadcast to give even more exposition about the antagonist, a guy who was supposedly around for God's last reincarnation 500 years ago.
He's dressed like an FF13 boss.
Yes. Bayonetta has a little vision, and we are all but told that this is her father. Do you remember this character's name? I watched the movie. I can't remember the antagonist's name.
Balder.
It's Balder?
Yeah.
Like the famous gate?
No, with an E instead of a U.
Oh. Like I progressively got as I aged?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, should I have not said that as so enthusiastically?
No, that was just enthusiastic enough.
All right. I can't miss Enzo's closing line.
I'm going home. My kids are baking me a birthday cake. Cute fuckers.
This is what I've said too as a parent. My kids also.
Now, come on. At your kids' ages, I think that's dangerous if they were to try to make a cake.
They are, however. They are CFs.
All right. You know what? Can't confirm. Chlorofluoros? All right. So Bayonetta then pulls...
third faction. Sorry. Go ahead.
Bayonetta then pulls lipstick out of her cleavage for no reason other than to have Rodan say...
That's the thing you were holding when you woke up, right?
Yes.
Do you think it might help you remember something someday?
It might.
Do you think you took it out just so I could tell the audience that it exists?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Awesome. This is...
Do you think we'll figure this out at the end of 90 minutes?
Yeah, probably. I want you to know that for almost every scene of this movie, I was cradling my own skull and saying, shut up, shut up, shut up. It is...
Oh, come on now.
I watched this under duress. So Bayonetta's decided to go after the old man on TV for more information. She senses that he's important because she had a flashback that said he's probably her dad. Mm-hmm. We cut to him in his gilded office with Jean, the woman who was on the motorcycle. Here's more awful dialogue.
Her path is predestined, and I'll tell you how I know. I understand the rules of 3 worlds, the human world, Paradiso, Inferno. I see it all. And I have seen our actions helping the Creator to start a new cycle of creation.
How ironic that the right eye would choose chaos over order.
You're wrong. The world is already in chaos. That is why she and I must become the eyes of the world. Until the three worlds form a perfect whole, there will be no true salvation.
Sounds like the logic of a madman.
You lack the capacity to understand.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Worlds something. Eyes.
I'm sorry that clip was 40 seconds, but I need you, not you, I need the listener to understand this movie. It's pretty much just 90 minutes of that. And again, one of my anime pet peeves or video game pet peeves is anytime a character starts talking passionately about chaos and or salvation, I start making the jerk off motion.
It's a lot of highfalutin dialogue.
It's a lot.
Experiencing.
It is
through these
so much.
Yeah. However, I do want to say, he says something else though. And if you ever visit like a Gooner community on Reddit, this is how they talk.
But do not forget, everything we do is to prepare for the coming.
Gross.
Yeah. I have like a visual note. There's a newspaper. There's a shot of a newspaper.
Oh yeah.
Classic anime newspaper shot. It's not that exciting. It wasn't or funny, but there's a clip of a newspaper on a digital screen or something, and it's like the center article is about like Japan's problems.
What?
It mentions like foreign citizens and immigration and stuff, and then there's some references to the space agency JAXA.
Cool. Oh my God! I just read. Yeah. So one of my part-time VO jobs is I read English language news for Nikkei. One of the articles I had to read yesterday was about JAXA. So this is right. Serendipitous. Wow. Crossing over.
Funny how these things just dovetail.
It stands out to me because I didn't know about JAXA until I had to read that article.
Oh, really?
And it turns out, they're also in Bayonetta Bloody Fate.
Well, I've heard of them before, yeah.
All right.
Because the newspaper is also very hard to read, so I couldn't get anything juicy out of it. So it's a pretty, as far as the anime newspapers go, it's pretty normal.
Also, I don't know if you noticed this. I don't know if it's significant, but when they were watching the news in the bar, it said rebroadcast in the lower right of the screen.
I did notice that.
And I'm like, so...
Yeah.
But they're watching it. They're all paying attention because it's like, he's going to show his face for the first time in 500 years. Looks like he did it earlier that day. You were all just busy? You're all, all three of you are just catching the rebroadcast at the same time?
I think that was not intentional.
Okay,
I think somebody was searching for some English words or something that looks like a typical cable news screen, and it just happened to show rebroadcast on whatever they were looking at.
Pretty good.
It was probably the rerun of the O'Reilly Factor or something.
Bay O'Reilly.
To flock us off, what does that mean?
Okay, meanwhile at Luca's place, he somehow recovered the memory card from the camera that Bayonetta melted earlier and is trying to get information off of it.
But I still didn't manage to get any pictures of her true form. You can't hide from me, Bayonetta. I'll find you.
No, you won't.
Great. Luca then starts browsing a news site that talks about our antagonist, Mr. Balder, leader of the Ithaval group, who is about to revive God and remembers, hey, wait, wasn't my dad investigating the witches and sages when Bayonetta killed him?
I'm sorry, I twisted up the timeline. Yes, this is the one with the Japan article.
Oh, I see. Okay. But like his realization just now that, dad was investigating witches and sages when he died. It's like, that seems very core to his character.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the kind of thing that he would just remember.
Yeah. I thought you were the journalist now. Like, shouldn't you know all that?
Yes. It seems like the entirety of his motivation, not a thing that you just happen to recall. So we cut to Bayonetta dozing on a train, having a nightmare about her dad when rival witch...
She takes the midnight train going anywhere.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. I do want to stop believing in my ability to watch this movie. Rival witch Jeanne zooms by in the sky on her flying bike. All the witches have flying bikes. She shoots up a train car to flush Bayonetta out, and they fight on top of the train and across the snowy countryside until Bayonetta's guns break and Jeanne exits victorious.
I mean, this is the thing I have. This is one of the issues I have is like the game was already super fluid 3D animation. And here they're trying to do all of that in keyframed animation, and it's just not as impressive because, like, okay, yeah, I get that they like fly in the air and do some Dragon Ball-ish things and clash a couple of times, then bounce and slide across the snowy expanse or whatever. But it's so hard to track because it's hand-drawn keyframes.
Yeah.
And, like, it's hard enough to track in the video game, but at least I kind of can see how things are reacting to my button presses.
Yeah, it's a lot of the action sequences in this were opportunities for me to just take a breather and get a drink of water, check what time it is. It feels like it should be more impressive than it is, and it's just not. For the reasons that you laid out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, the director used to be a key animator. I mean, was largely a key animator, but he wasn't this time. Maybe he should have just slipped back.
Yeah.
And done the key animation for this.
Get back into the trenches, buddy.
He has like 30 years of experience. Just do it.
We cut to Luca driving his beat-to-shit car for some reason, flash back to Kid Bayonetta's dad, leaving her on top of a giant witch and sage statue to wait for her mom. This is where the story starts to get a little confusing to me.
Right. Well,
Baldur has mastered time travel. Yeah. What's up?
Spoilers. Yes. But, we are introduced to this little girl named Cereza. We're not supposed to know she's Bayonetta yet. It's just that she looks suspiciously like Bayonetta, but it's not, it's not like we're supposed to know. It's just that they're not telling us.
But we do.
They haven't told us yet.
But we know.
Yeah. Right.
Because she's talking to Bayonetta's dad and she's calling him daddy.
Well, we don't know he's her dad yet. I mean, actually.
She's calling her dad. Well, come on.
Not adult Bayonetta. We don't know that he was adult.
Yeah, we do. She had a flashback in the bar where she sees him and...
Oh, okay, you're right. I'm sorry, yes. We have a flashback, and you and me, smart people watching it, know that. I'm saying it's this lie of omission stuff that, storytellers like this do, where it's just like, they haven't actually told us yet. We're just getting all the information, and we're processing it, and we do know. We're just kind of waiting for them to actually say, oh, yeah. And then we'll be like, yeah, okay, thumbs up. I got it. Yeah. Next time. Yeah, but yeah, we do meet Cereza, who is the little girl.
And Bayonetta gets transported there back in time. Like her bike goes through a portal. Where did I guess Baldur laid the portal or Jean created the portal for her to go back in time to intentionally meet her younger? I don't quite.
Yeah, I lost track in this sequence.
He even explains his plan at the end, and I was still like, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the boss, man. I trust you. I trust you think you knew what you were doing.
Yeah. Now wait, has she come back to sunny Switzerland yet and gone back to the bar?
No, that's next. Yeah, she gets little Cereza and she kills whatever angel was about to attack her. We cut back to the bar where Bayonetta asks Rodan for better guns.
Yeah.
We then see Bayonetta using her middle finger as a key to start the bike.
I didn't see that. What?
Yeah, she uses her middle finger, she sticks it in the ignition and starts her bike, which is like, all right.
So sassy.
Yeah, that rides the line between sassy and edgy.
That's some of that classic sass.
What a sassy lady.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry. The first scene with Cereza on the statues, that was just for the audience's benefit. Bayonetta's not there yet. She is about to. She gets on the bike, starts it with her middle finger.
That's so great.
She rides it for a while, enters a portal, finds herself inside the past. Bayonetta fends off some angels. She kills the big one with a chainsaw. I'm sure it's all very cool.
Can you tell, listener, that we were transfixed?
It's just... let's also acknowledge we may not be the target audience for this. I think...
I struggle to think who was.
I think the target audience for this is 14-year-old males, and we're some of that. I think that we're not always the brightest bulbs in the array, but I don't know. You hit an age where just all of this is meaningless.
Exactly. I mean, we have sort of a frontal lobe, but
I don't know. Mine's very withered.
We still have issues with it.
Yeah. So the girl Cereza thinks that Bayonetta is her mom and follows her. She drops a moon medallion. Bayo picks it up and has a flashback within a flashback, or she has a flashback while she's in the past.
Right, yeah.
There's
a lot of flashbacks.
Yeah, they then exit through the portal. Don't worry, folks. The gratuitous shower scene is next.
I would say, though, there is a cool chainsaw sword. She gets a cool chainsaw sword as there is, like, angels ambushing her and
I guess.
fighting them.
I mean, no, it's cool on paper. My problem... All right, I'm going to try to lay this out because it feels like I'm being very unfair to this movie. And I want to take a second and I want to illustrate that the reason I don't like this film is because Bayonetta is a very boring character because she's basically invincible. She kills everything. She's never in danger at any time in the movie. When she loses a fight, all that happens is her guns crack and her opponent runs away. The end of the movie, she's not powerful enough to kill the bad guy. Oh, but then her friend jumps in and suddenly it's easy again. Like, she's never in any danger. There are no stakes. Nothing she does is ever at risk of failing. It is the most boring possible character.
She's supposed to be an enjoyable video game character.
Exactly. Yes.
And let's step back for a second and just make sure that, the video game also has a bunch of crazy, hard to follow stuff going on with the plot, especially.
But you can die.
And we can pause and skip.
Yes. Thank God.
And this is them trying to adapt that into a 90-minute movie.
Yeah.
Years after the fact, you would think they'd have some time to figure this out. But they didn't. And so it's just it doesn't really work in a linear story to have this super-powered witch woman who can just slash up and shoot everything in her way.
Yeah.
When you can just enjoy that in a first-person experience.
Yeah, it's like, imagine if they made Dynasty Warriors into a movie and it's just 90 minutes of a dude, swiping away huge hordes of guys with one arm. Like, doesn't that get boring after the first few seconds? Of course it does.
They did. Well, they did make a Dynasty Warriors movie.
Did they really? Are we watching it?
Yeah, in China.
Oh, okay.
2021 live action or Hong Kong, excuse me.
But I assume it's not just 90 minutes of Muso.
No, because they do try and shove some drama in there. They always have in the games. I mean, the games have, ever so slightly lengthening cutscenes in each installment. But yeah.
All right.
Just looking it up, the running time on that is 118 minutes.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, look forward to that. Folks, look forward to our Dynasty Warriors podcast, Muso Horny, coming in 2027.
God damn it. You stole that from me.
Did I?
That's a No More Whoppers episode title.
Is it really?
Yes.
Look, we've been doing this for so long. Who's to say anymore?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, I apologize. It was Muso Sorry. That's what it was. I think.
I'm okay.
Coming back. He loves it. He loves it all over again.
Oh, my God, I do. Oh, even better coming up.
Yeah.
All right, so we have our gratuitous shower scene. Bayonetta rinses off and joins Cereza in the bath. Meanwhile, Luca sneaks in and plants a bug under a desk in the bedroom.
Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute.
What's up?
A very awkward juxtaposition of having adult Bayonetta, wet and naked, talking to child Bayonetta in the bathtub.
I mean, I don't know.
Just an odd juxtaposition. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just saying it's a little odd.
I think from a Japanese perspective, it's less odd.
Okay. A little less. But it's still supposed to be the same person.
Especially when you consider that Cereza thinks that Bayonetta is her mom, and Bayonetta is just kind of doing the natural thing, which is like, all right, I guess I got to take care of this kid. Also, I am Japanese by nature of the fact that I was created by a Japanese guy, so this is totally fine.
No, you can't be rationalizing this. You're the one who hates it more. But yeah, there's no actual nudity, I should say. I mean, this is, well, the whole games are all like this too. I mean, Bayonetta's costume is made out of her hair, and she will, use her hair and swish it around, and dress less, but her hair is always covering up the important parts. So that is the same here. There's no actual nudity or anything. It's still, like you said, for 14-year-old boys, not 18-year-olds.
Exactly. Yes. So Luca plants a bug. Bayonetta follows him, and he does more. Girl, you killed my dad. He was investigating witches and demons.
Okay, no, it's funny. He sneaks into the hotel room, plants the bug, and then Bayonetta just immediately turns on the lights and sees him. Like, okay,
Yeah.
So what was the point of that?
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just walk in through the door at that point?
I think the point was that it had to happen mid-bath so that Bayonetta could step out naked and Luca would go, boobs!
Yes.
Because he has a moment there where he's like, oh no, I'm attracted to you, but I hate you. Gotta go. And then he falls out the window.
Yeah. He gets horny spooked, and then he falls backwards out the window.
Horny spooked. So the next day, a crying Cereza approaches Luca, who is sleeping on a bench, and he helps her look for Bayonetta, I guess. Bayonetta, turns out, is storming Ithaval Tower on her bike, jumping over goons and zooming through tunnels on her way there. Luca and Cereza follow her trail of carnage.
She's on the freeway on her bike, gets pursued by a fancy Ragna car or something.
Oh, yeah.
Are we there yet?
Yeah,
She and the car are smashing through these blockades into a tunnel. The car is firing big electric lasers at her. But then, Luca and Cereza just conveniently came down the freeway right then because he just absolutely knows where Bayonetta is.
Yeah, I think he was like, oh, she's probably heading for Ithaval Tower. Like, he just knows. All right.
So she's fighting this car. She swings back behind it and uses her hair to create a big spider demon thing to defeat it. And then she goes, next time you want to pick me up, have a little more under the hood. And I'm just like, stop with the stupid quips. Just please stop. And then there's another shot of Luca and Cereza driving in the car, and it's in the car, and it's like a shot from Cereza's side, but it looks like they're in the back seat of the car.
What?
I'm going to give this to you in our Zoom chat.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's yeah. The rear window is like right behind them. Why?
Yeah,
it looks like they're in the back seat.
They're not driving a pickup. They were in a normal car.
Oh, Luca.
Because I had seen that shot. I was concentrating on watching the film, as I do, because I'm a professional.
Of course.
But I missed like the first like internal shots or whatever. So when I saw this shot, I thought they were in the back and being driven. But no, it was Luca the whole time driving. So I was just like, wait, what? And I got confused by that shot. Yeah.
Outstanding. I love it.
So that's wonderful.
That's great.
Continue.
So yeah, the car that is chasing her, like I thought it was supposed to be someone special. It's just a car that she destroys and makes a big deal out of. I don't know why.
Those autonomous vehicles.
Oh no, is that okay?
It's an Angel Waymo.
That's why it was banging around the fucking road.
Yes, exactly.
So Luca and Cereza reach the tower in time to see Bayonetta, who's already there. She's battling a giant angel that came out of the sky, but don't worry, she shouts avocado and summons her hair monster that just immediately kills it.
But it's not a tower, it's an airport.
I thought that was Ithaval Tower.
No, they went to the airport because, first of all, Luca was saying to Cereza, listen, it'll be fine as long as Bayonetta doesn't, as long as nothing bad happens at the airport. And then they reach the airport where the big angel ghost is.
But why is
Luca's like, oh, come on, that's overdoing it even for Bayonetta.
Why is Bayonetta going to the airport?
Because it's on the way. It's on the way to the tower, I guess.
Is it? All right, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was a peninsula. I from what I gathered from all the establishing shots, it looked like it was just at the end of a peninsula. That's not on the way to anything. That's on the way to the ocean.
Well, they get there eventually. They fly.
But
they fly.
Bayonetta can already fly. Why would she need to go to an airport?
It's a building to blow up.
I guess. Like, her bike flies, but also, as we've seen all throughout this film, she can just fucking fly. She can hover in the air. She can zoom around. Why does she need a vehicle? This is going to happen again in about 10 minutes when she asks for a ride on their helicopter. Why? You can fucking fly, lady.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Let's keep going.
All right. I don't want to keep going. I want to go outside and see the sunshine again.
It's almost done.
This movie fucking
There's only 30 more minutes.
All right. So Luca and Cereza are attacked by angels. I think I have a clip of his surprise.
Come on, these things are angels? I thought angels were supposed to be pretty and play harps. These guys are monsters.
Oh, now you've figured it out.
But don't worry, because Bayonetta shoots them all with her shotguns.
That's right, yes.
Just then, a giant serpent angel attacks them. But don't worry, because Bayonetta just shoots it with a big gun. I think fighting Bayonetta is like fighting The Mask, like Jim Carrey's The Mask, because it's just it's just nonstop quips and constantly producing firearms out of nowhere.
Smorkin. Yeah. This serpentine demon appears, and then here's where the Afterburner theme kicks in, because Sega. Now, actually, this is a game reference. I mean, not Afterburner, but Bayonetta. Because in the game, this also happens. It was a little bit different because in the game, there's the motorcycle chase, and then that was a big stage that had the Afterburner music queued up. But the big dragon kind of reminds me more of Space Harrier, and nevertheless, there's really nothing displayed in this anime that looks enough like Afterburner to justify playing the Afterburner music. You're just making a reference that's a little bit hollow. You're making a reference to this years-old Bayonetta game to try and, wink and nudge the fans. And then it goes away in like 5 seconds anyway. But anyway, yeah, she just kind of flies around with no problem fighting this dragon.
Yeah, and then she gets inside the copter and says, "Fly me to Ithaval Tower." All right.
Well, she destroys the dragon by procuring 2 giant cannons, I'll say, and fires the missiles deep into the dragon's body and then just blows it up from the inside. And she's like,
oh yeah,
yay.
we get missile cam. That's fun.
Yes, yes.
But again, she's so overpowered. It's like the reason that, unless he's in the hands of a capable writer, like the reason that Superman is just kind of a boring guy because he's just like, he's invincible. Like,
yeah,
you're not doing anything with this.
Alex, instead of asking, how do you hold fucking pistols with your feet? You should just say,
yes.
Why don't you just pull out the big cannon at the beginning and blow them all away?
Yeah, just open with that.
Yeah. Just one of those classic questions. Yeah?
I'm also angry for humor. Like, I understand that a large part of this and a large part of these kinds of games is just like the hyper fast wish fulfillment of killing everything instantaneously. I get that. My point really is that, like, you don't need that. I don't need that in an anime. Like, in a game, it's fun. That's why you play games, is to do wild shit like that. But just to watch somebody be invincible for 90 minutes in anime is not fun.
Once again, we don't really have a problem with the game.
No.
We need to review this anime first and then maybe ask ourselves if it's a good adaptation, but we'll get to that. But I'm saying, like, the game is not the issue here. It's the storytelling within this anime.
Oh, boy. So the helicopter gets blown up as it approaches Ithaval Tower.
Oh, yeah.
Luca and Cereza are safe in a purple orb somehow. Bayonetta lands on the tower to face Jean.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's that shot of them being magically saved from Bayonetta's purple witch bubble. And then the tower is kind of opening its wings. And then this is a weird high frame rate CG thing. Like I did talk about back when we watched Sin the movie. But that was years earlier. And the rest of the CG is kind of keyframed correctly, but not this one. It was just weird. I was just like, we're still doing this? Okay.
Yeah. You're talking about how it was too many frames?
Yeah, the wings opening was a bit too fast.
Yes, I was thinking that exact same thing. I thought there's no way that things that big would move that fast. And then, like a little bit later on, not to get ahead of ourselves, but
also smooth for the shot.
Yes, not to get ahead of ourselves, but once the big bad shows up, that's CG that felt like it was 15 frames per second. It was like very choppy, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, better than nothing. Better than too fast.
You know what? In this case, I'm going to argue nothing is preferable to watching this.
For humor.
You say better than nothing, and I disagree. So Bayonetta and Jean fight. Jean reveals to Bayonetta her true nature as the left eye. I have to admit, I was eating chips while I was watching this and could not make out the entire conversation. If anything else was said, I don't need to know about it.
You didn't miss much, but yeah, from the helicopter, she lands on the helipad. Jean shows up. They have another swoopy, jumpy, floaty fight. And yeah, some more sword clanging. And then Jean finally lets slip that she is the left eye. And then there is a glowy gold beam that sends him to glowy gold world. And there's that big angel demon again, the talkative guy, going like, I've been waiting for you, left eye.
Yeah.
No scrubs. And John is just like, angels can't boss around a witch, and then shoots him and tells him to fuck off. Rodan shows up.
Rodan shows up. He kills a host of angels by yelling at them. He then delivers Bayo's new guns to her, and she starts fighting Jean. Flashback
the Scarborough Fair.
Is that what it was called?
Yes.
Oh my God. So...
Well, it's in the game too, and it's just one of those things. It's like Dante had his guns, ebony and ivory.
That's right. Yes.
And here we are doing this.
Yes.
Silly names for these guns, and I'm just like, okay, yeah.
All right. Bayonetta uses her trusty guns, Simon and Garfunkel, to continue the fight. We flash back to Jean challenging Bayonetta to a fight in Witch Court. I guess a long time ago.
We'll
find out what that was about.
That goes too fast too. It's like Jean is being offered a challenge by the head witch, Bayonetta's mom, I suppose. Chooses a duel. She chooses Bayonetta, and everybody gets mad and freaked out because Bayonetta was the special one. And then cut back to present day where they start their duel. Or I mean another duel. With the same thing.
Yeah.
Another useless flashback.
One of the reasons all of this falls, I mean, there's many reasons this falls apart for me, but the two worst ways to convey information to an audience is I covered one, and it's, just exposition upon exposition upon exposition. Characters commenting on the TV and then continuing for 3 paragraphs. Like, that's not great. But also excessive flashbacks to, hey, viewer, why don't we just show you why this is happening?
Yeah. All right. Continue.
Right after this flashback is another flashback showing Jean sealing away Bayonetta's memories and then dropping her in the lake where she was found. Jean and Bayonetta share a moment before the bad guy tries to kill them.
Wouldn't it be neat if they had done that at the beginning of the actual movie instead of 2.5 minutes of a static shot?
Yeah.
And being talked to?
I feel like this movie could have benefited a lot just from a lot of editing, but just swapping some scenes out here and there, putting some of these flashbacks earlier on would create some kind of interest in what's happening instead of just us being very constantly but reliably drip-fed relevant information as we need it instead of trying to pique our curiosity early on, which is how you tell a good story. This is just like, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. This is why it happened, and then this happened, and this is why that happened. Like, all right, fucking so what?
And then just, cramming all these flashbacks back to back. I'm not even sure some traumatized soldiers have flashbacks that often. Dude.
No.
I don't know. Folks write in.
So we're now inside the tower somehow. Bayonetta's in the tower. Luca and Cereza walk in. They rode their purple orb inside, I guess. They go to confront the bad guy. Cereza hears his voice and shouts, "Daddy!" and runs through a portal as Luca and Bayonetta follow, and they all emerge in Badman's weird golden amphitheater office.
Yes. In fact, it even says, like, "Rise, my child." And it's like, okay, we're doing this already, huh?
Yeah. So bad guy Balder, who we now get confirmation. I think it's supposed to be a revelation. We're now told that, that's her dad. We knew that from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
He says goodnight to Cereza and sends her through another portal. And I think that's the last we see of her.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And then Balder is explaining the significance of bringing her here. And
yeah, because Bayonetta, she first says, how were you able to bring me here from the past? Because she's now figured it out.
Yeah.
Smart, real smart. And then he says, oh, it's like real easy.
How were you able to bring me here from the past?
The past? What?
I opened a door of space-time distortion through the influence of Jubileus's coming. I wanted you to see both the light and dark of this foolish world through innocent, untainted eyes.
He manipulates time? Who is this guy?
All right, well, that explains it. Thank you.
Yeah, what is his plan? What was the point of bringing the child into the present and then sending her back so she could see something with innocent eyes? What does that mean?
Because of Jubileus. They're trying to resurrect or whatever Jubileus.
What does that have to do with the girl?
Jubileus.
What is it? She didn't even see Jubileus. What does he mean, her innocent eyes?
Alex, I'm giving you all the information I have.
Turns out it's all the information the writer had as well. Yeah. All right. I don't get it. It feels like they came up with the cast of characters first and then had to come up with ways of getting them together far, far down the list of priorities.
I suppose so.
All right, we're going to have Kid Bayonetta in the movie. All right, well, how does she get there? What? How does she get there? Like, what's the purpose of her being there? We'll figure it out. Just draw her into the movie. What do you mean draw her into the movie? We'll figure it out, man. You want to go to lunch? Let's go to lunch.
Yeah.
I think that's what Hideki Kamiya sounds like. He didn't write this, I don't think.
No, he didn't, but that is an accurate impression, yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay, so as Balder is monologizing, Luca says the first sane thing in this entire movie.
You take this entrepreneurial philosophy a bit seriously, don't you? But it's all diarrhea of the mouth, if you ask me.
Thank you. Yeah. It may as well be my review of the movie.
But I also hate stuff like that, where it's like, oh, we're self-aware of what's going on. Well, then stop.
Yeah,
you can stop at any point.
Yeah, I don't like lamp shading. I especially don't like it after 90 minutes of awful dialogue.
Yeah, lamp shading, yeah. It's like some of these guys who try to make their own JRPG.
Oh, no.
You know, and we get stuff like Y2K.
What?
Or some other like Earthbound adjacent ripoff thing.
Oh, right.
Where it's just like lampshade central.
Yeah.
Or self-insert central.
Yeah. Isn't it funny that I did this thing that games do? Isn't it funny that I'm calling attention to it? Yes, it was the first time I saw a game do that. I will admit right now, it was very funny.
Yeah. Well, you did a whole video about that, so I don't.
It was 30 years ago. Oh, and there's another one coming. I'm in the middle of writing a video about Chrono Trigger worship, which look forward to that.
Ooh, nice. All right.
So Balder reveals that he hired Luca's dad to snoop until he snooped too much, I guess. Luca realizes, oh, Balder killed my dad, not Bayonetta. We then get Luca with a hilariously ineffectual grappling hook attack to the antagonist before he gets knocked out the window.
Oh, yeah, he tried.
So Balder confronts Bayonetta and the resurrection begins. They float naked into Jubileus's head, which was just hanging around.
Yeah, right.
Bayonetta's magic lipstick talks to her and says to save him, you're going to need to give me a few minutes while I do this. This is, I'm just like, I got a lot of sleep last night. I've been hydrating. I ate a good lunch. I ate a good breakfast. Like I thought I was ready for this. Nothing would prepare me for this.
You know, people really like the video games.
I've heard they're really good. I really enjoyed the hour that I played of Bayonetta 1.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I bet these are fun games. I mean that sincerely. We cut to Jeanne on her bike showing up to save the day. She frees Bayonetta from Jubileus, who flips out and cuts a moon in half or something.
Well, she says this.
I'm here for my Umbran sister. Fuck your new world.
Pretty good.
The subtitle of the Japanese was simply, "Return our greatest treasure to us."
All right. So they're definitely leaning into the edge for the English localization.
Yeah, they embellished it a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Boy, I'm not a fan of that either.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, so...
What about one more F-bomb?
Bayonetta shouts avocado, but her hair monster has no effect. The solution is they do a twist, like a soft serve. They both summon their respective hair monsters, Bayonetta and Jeanne, who join together to make a witch queen that blows Jubileus away. Oh, right. The lipstick was a bullet. She uses it to kill her dad.
Yeah. She puts the bullet in the gun. Shoots it. We even get to see the engraving on the bullet, which says, "With love until the end of time." goes straight into Dad's head, and then there he goes.
I couldn't read it. I had no idea what it said.
Oh, I made sure to pause it.
Oh, okay.
And step frame it.
So yeah.
Yeah, because it's written in a weird script. Which script? So,
Bayonetta's bullet goes right into Dad's head, and that takes out the right eye of God. And then I think Jean, who is aiming the gun of the Witch Queen, takes out the Jubileus body, I guess.
You know what? We forgot to mention the horse.
The horse?
Yeah, because Dad, at some point in this fight, Dad goes, your resistance is futile. Great, nerd reference. But then Bayonetta summons what looks like a Trojan horse and then uses...
straps him to the horse.
Uses, I believe, was it Jean's summon or Bayonetta's summon, the Shiva?
Yeah.
Ties up Jubileus and then throws her down onto the horseback. And then Shiva then gets the big cannon, thanks to Jean. Yeah, then fires the lipstick bullet. And then, but just seeing this geometric Trojan horse looking thing was very funny in the middle of all this crazy imagery. By the way, they're all in space or something?
Yes. Yeah, they're in space now. It looked like...
They're wrestling on planets?
Yeah. I don't know. The horse looked like a kind of medieval torture device in the sense that, like...
Yeah.
I get the sense that a lot of medieval torture devices were just things made of metal that they would put in fire and then make you ride. And I don't know. Look, I just assume that's what that was.
There is also a suggestive shot of Jubileus, like spread eagle on the horse.
Oh yeah, because the horse's back has
Covering
like spikes or spines on it, or like ridges rather.
Yeah. Just saying.
It's a lot. Yeah, that's it. All right, dead. They win.
Pretty much.
1 year later, Enzo and Rodin lament the absence of Bayonetta. I don't know why she's still gone after a year. Luca visits his dad's grave and remarks that his tell-all about witches and sages isn't selling like he'd hoped.
I've been there.
We close on the two witches, Bayonetta and Jean, about to kill more angels. Why is Bayonetta in hiding?
They're somewhere else.
Yeah.
They're somewhere else.
But
they're watching angel demons and getting ready to shoot them.
But there's no reason Bayonetta needs to be in witness protection. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, I guess she did her magical surge power and saved the universe, and then I guess sent her away somewhere else.
Is it because she remembers her past now and she wants to be pals with Jean? That's the only thing I can think of.
I mean,
but like, why wouldn't you go drop in on your pals Enzo and Rodin? Hey, where are you getting your guns now that you're no longer friends with the barkeep gunsmith? What's going on?
I mean, look. Wait, I mean, come on now. Hi. How did Thanos get to that shack after he did the snap?
JetBlue! I don't know.
How did he get there? And then they just happened to find him on their universe scanner. Like, good going, Captain Marvel.
Hey, Marvel's not on trial here.
No, of course not, but
all right.
Similarly superheroic.
All right, that's it.
Yes,
We're done. Roll credits. Done.
Well,
it's over.
No.
Goodbye, Ray.
We got to wrap
Goodbye
up. Goodbye
forever.
We have to do this podcast.
All right, one more thing. The closing theme, Night I Stand by My, it's fine.
Congratulations.
We always got to talk about the closing theme, and this one is very,
It closed.
It did. Hey, there you go. Let's be positive for once.
Coffees for closers, and my got her coffee. As we like to ask at the end of every anime on the show here, we like to ask, is it horny? And I would say, well, there are plenty of close-ups of Bayonetta's chest and mouth and butt. So, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no nudity, though.
I mean,
suggested.
Yeah. Shower scene is as close as you get. It is not, I mean, honestly, if I had to break down the types of horny, I think this is the less offensive kind of horny.
It has the most fetishistic that we've seen.
Yeah. Like the kind of horny that I don't need is this character's personality is he steals panties all the time, or this guy won't stop. This guy's a sex pest. Isn't that funny? This kind of horny is just,
it's true.
Yeah. Hypersexualized main character who is always posing sexily, doing the double entendre in almost everything she says. Created by a dude, but still preferable to just
yes and no. Yeah.
Weird. What do you mean?
I think her character design was done by women.
All right, well, I'll take that back.
So, yeah. There's a female perspective to Bayonetta's creation. But it was also Hideki Kamiya liking Meganiko.
Well, who doesn't? They're the best.
And, well, yes, we do have to tip the hat for him there. But,
yes.
Yeah. He also didn't write every single quip that she says.
No.
In the games or this.
No.
But, yeah, it's all suggestive horniness, I would say. I have some final thoughts. I guess I would just say, this is not, obviously, that we've already touched on the fact that this is not a straight adaptation of the game. I guess it couldn't be either when it's only 90 minutes and the game is several hours at best. But still, there are plenty of things that are just presented differently or skipped entirely because of that. All the principal characters are here. I mean, we go through the whole thing of meeting Cereza and wondering what the heck is up with that. So Cereza is a big part of the games, the first game at least. And so, Luca's there, the bar guys are there. Everybody's here. It's just that they are not doing things that were declared to be canon. I think this game, after Bayonetta 2 came out, this anime was swept under the rug. I still don't understand why this was put out 4 years after the first game.
4 years?
Which was also but that was also too far away from the release of Bayonetta 2. So it's like in this weird sort of 8-month gap.
Huh.
I think before Bayonetta 2 came out. It was just very strange. It was like a weird kind of promotional thing. I mean, of course it was. It was only in 10 theaters to begin with. And of course, I think we all know what we think of the quality of it. In case you had anything to add, Alex.
I have nothing to add.
Okay. Yes. Well, that was Bayonetta Bloody Fate. Thanks for listening. Alex, thanks for watching.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate you going through all that.
I'm contractually obligated. And you know what? I show up for work. That's all I'm going to say.
That was another edition of Draw Game.
That's all from us, folks. Thank you for listening. Go to drawgamepod.com. You can find out more information about this and other shows. We have a Patreon. It's at patreon.com/NoMoreWhoppers. There's tiers. You can hear our bonus show, Draw Game Type S, if you give at the $5 level or above. We have a Discord. You can get on that. You can give your name a fancy color if you want to give to the Patreon. We, as individual people, are also on to internet. I'm at pitui.org. That's where all my stuff is, pitohui.org. That is also my Blue Sky. I'm at twitch.tv/hoodedpitui. Where's Ray?
My internet site is rdbaaa.space. It's also my Blue Sky name, but that website has all the links to all the stuff that I do. Thank you very much.
Excellent. All right, folks. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. In the meantime, I have one final thing to say to this movie.
You've really disappointed me.
All right.